I'm Alan Bresnik from Light Reading. We're here in New Orleans at SCTE Cable Tech Expo, and I'm speaking to Colin Howlett from Vecima Networks. Hi, Colin.
Hi, Alan.
Nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Sure. So we just finished up this panel about network virtualization, and there was a lot of talk about what's happening in the cable industry and where things stand. What kinds of things should be virtualized, and what do you see as being virtualized first, and why?
From our perspective as a DAA vendor, we really think the monitoring functions, telemetry, and orchestration are the items that should be virtualized first. Over time, once DAA gets rolled out, we'll see the cores getting virtualized as well.
Right.
And that's really the perspective we have. It really focus on the things that are easy to virtualize and that make the most business sense, and then move forward from there.
Okay, so what do you think will follow after those first ones?
We'll see virtualization of the cores. We'll also see virtualization of some of the subscriber management features. So
Right.
things that easily scale and can move. The problem space for subscriber management is easier in a virtual environment because
Right.
it is changing from single subscribers to multiple subscribers, and
Right.
you're not trying to build for the peaks, and you can actually scale it as the subscribers go in and out.
Well, what shouldn't be virtualized? What doesn't make sense to virtualize?
I think if you look at the lowest layers, you're looking at switching, routing, some of those functions. That's going to scale up in capacity. We're going from 1 gig to 10 gig to 40 gig, 100 gig, 400 gig Ethernet.
Right.
All of that functionality, we really think that as the secure kind of interconnect, spine leaf in the network,
Right.
we're going to keep that as silicon functions. Obviously the PHY, the very edge of the PHY in the node, that's
Right.
not going to be virtualized. And also, perhaps as we look forward in the long distance future, the MAC function is likely something that might stay in the MAC in a MAC PHY, or for those operators that are doing lots of management and subscriber management or other subscriber service virtualization, they may put the core at the back end.
Okay. Colin, we've been hearing a lot of talk about edge compute and why it's important to the cable industry. What's your perspective on that?
Yeah, the operators that we talk to, they're both cable operators and wireless operators. And sometimes those that are also PON and fiber to the home operators, they're looking to consolidate hubs and separate the network. Today in a cable, you might have a tier architecture. You've got nodes, you've got a hub, and you've got head ends.
Right.
Really pushing more functions back into the head end to consolidate some of those hubs. And then maybe move compute out to the edge as far as the node. And that's really the concept in SCT GAP, the generic access platform, where they're building that functionality in the long term. Those operators that are doing IP video, they want to look at solutions like our edge cache. They look at how deep can we put it in the network? Do we put it in the data center, or do we actually put it all the way to the edge? Operators with wireless, then, they want to get that latency as low as they can and actually
Right.
have that work, so they put it right at the edge of the network, and that's where edge compute is interesting for them.
Okay, great. And we got a new cable acronym in there with GAP. So,
Yeah, we did.
All right, thanks
Okay.
very much.
Thank you.